Dr. Scott Mills with the Full Body Fix, and this is the ultimate warm-up routine. So I've been getting a lot of questions on social media in general about how to warm up properly for athletic activity. The technique I use I typically call a ground-up dynamic approach. So we're looking at developing some overall bodily movement to get the nervous system ready for activity, to get your muscles warm and ready for activity, and then ultimately targeting some of the problem areas that you may have. So step one, 5 minutes of low impact light heat. So what does that mean? This could be anything from going for a light jog to getting on a row machine, doing a little bit of rowing at a lower intensity level, an elliptical, a bike, something that's low impact that'll get the core temperature warmed up and some heat to your muscles to prepare them for activity. So step two is 5 minutes of moderate impact dynamic heat. What the heck does that mean? This means getting the whole body moving, raising the intensity level up from step one a little bit higher than just light activity. So one example of this step two could be 3 rounds of 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, and 5 air squats. So another example in step 2 might be 2 rounds of 20 single unders or double unders if you have them, 10 hollow body rocks, and 5 standing lunges on each leg. One more example could be 2 rounds of 10 mountain climbers, 10 step-ups, and 10 supermans. Step 3 in the ultimate warm-up is ground-up muscle activation stretching. So we don't want to just go through some passive stretches, we want to do some activity that targets our muscles and our nervous system to get that all ready for activity. Now I typically do these from the ground up, meaning I start in the lower leg, and we do antagonist muscle groups in opposition to each other. What that means is I'll do the shin muscles and then also the calf muscles back to back, and we'll show you how that works all the way up the body. So you just need something like a belt or a band, and all I'm going to do is wrap that around the forefoot, hold tight, and we're going to alternate between using the calf to push the band away with the bottom of the foot, holding with some nice firm resistance for a few seconds. All the ones we're going to do, we're going to count for just 3 to 5 seconds, and then do the opposite action, which I'm not really pulling back on this, but I'm actively engaging the shin muscle to bring the toe toward the nose. 5 seconds of that, and repeat, pushing down with firm pressure. 5 seconds there, and 5 seconds back. So we're going to do 5-second holds, 10 repetitions each way. Okay, for quad and hamstring, so now we're moving up the leg to the thigh, we're going to do sort of a modified version of what I call a hamstring floss, which is also going to warm the quads up. So all it is a little bit of a lunge. So you're going to lean forward into a lunge position, reaching down toward the floor, and then all you're going to do is straighten the leg, leaning back as far as you can into a straight leg position, and then down into a lunge and reverse. So it's sort of a standing lunge with a floss motion. Keeping the hips down, I'm just leaning that butt back, knee straight position while keeping my hands on the floor. And if you're really flexible, you'll be able to get fully straight leg. I'm not quite there yet, but as I warm up, it'll get better. And instead of doing 5-second holds on these ones, we're just doing a couple of seconds in each position. And you'll feel really quickly, both sides of the leg will warm up really quickly when you're doing that. So again, we're shooting for just a couple seconds in each position, the lunge and the straight leg position. Do that about 10 times. Next up in our ground up muscle activation, we're going to do hip flexors and glutes together using a box. You can also use a couple of steps if you don't have a box. So what we're going to do is using the right leg first, drive up with the hip flexor, step up, that's going to fire the glute, then step back down, keeping that same leg planted on the box or the step, then bring it down and repeat on the left leg. Slow on the way down, fast on the way up. So we're trying to engage that hip flexor, glute, and then slow on the glute, switching sides and alternating. So it's about 10 repetitions on each leg. Next up is hitting the abdominals and the back muscles together. So we're going to start by using a TheraBall. If you don't have a TheraBall, you can just do the crunch, and I'll show you a modification for the back exercise as well. All we're doing on these ones is getting that ball right about in the lower back position so that you're flat, making a nice parallel line to the horizon, and then just bringing up a little bit of an abdominal crunch. Again, you could do these on the floor as well. I'll show you why I'm doing it on the ball in just a second. So I'll do 10 repetitions of those, and 10 repetitions of the TheraBall Cobra. And this one you want to have your feet up against something, lying front ways over the ball. I'm then going to extend my lower back, middle back by bringing the scapula together. These are called TheraBall Cobras. I'll do 10 of those. Then alternate back to doing 10 of the abdominal crunches, do each 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Okay, moving up the body, we're going to hit chest and our back, our upper back, our scapular retractors together. You do need some sort of stretching band for this. It doesn't really matter the weight, as long as you can get through your full range of motion. And then you do need something to just wrap it around. So I'm going to start with doing some chest pressing activations. So we're just going to turn around like that and just bring from here, like you're doing a bench press or a push-up, into that position. I'll do 10 of those, firing off those chest muscles, those pecs, and then alternating to doing scapular retraction, which is going to be bringing the shoulder blades together. So you can do this a lot of different ways. I'm just going to show one version, which is here, and then out, which is just the opposite of the motion we were just doing. And so you can see that would be like this motion, bringing it out to the side. You can also throw some variations in here if you're feeling like you need to get the upper part of the shoulder a little bit more. You can rotate up into this position. Again, that would be like this. Do 10 repetitions like that, and then switch around. And do 10 more chest presses. So again, we're just trying to fire off all the different musculature throughout the whole body to get them ready for activity. 3 sets, 10 repetitions, each of those 2. Now for the wrist extensor group, you're going to need some sort of elastic band, and what I recommend is just stepping on it, bringing your arm straight out, and all I'm going to do is do some wrist extension and resistance. You'll need a fairly light band for this, and just do about 10 repetitions of those. Same thing, elbow extended, wrist extended, and then without bending into a bicep curl, we're just going to do some wrist curls. Do 10 repetitions of each of those, just turn it over, same thing here. We'll get you ready for activity from the ground up. And then lastly, step 4 is problem-focused mobility. So maybe you have a tight hip or a tight shoulder. We'll go ahead and do a few mobilizations in those specific areas to target your problem area. And I would highly recommend you check out the full body fix protocol that best fits your symptom or pain pattern. Hey, this has been Dr. Scott Mills with the Full Body Fix, the ultimate warm-up guide. Have a great day.